you had unlimited funds, you could go anywhere in the world, what would be like your number one destination?
Well, I don't know why, but I've always wanted to go to Ireland. But if I had unlimited funds, I would definitely check out multiple places.
Ireland. How do you Ireland? Is that how you say it? That sounds weird.
Ireland.
Ireland. That seems like isn't it? Aren't they known for like very cloudy, gloomy weather though?
Yeah, but also really green, lush fields and I don't know, it just seems very like earthy and fun and open.
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite cheeses. I know, I've told you about my cheese obsession, but
What?
I love this cheese from Ireland,
Yeah.
and it has like a green. Is it a brine? Is that what they call around the cheese?
Is it
Whatever the
brie?
casing is green in color, and it's from grass-fed cows in Ireland.
I've never had that. It doesn't sound familiar.
It's probably my favorite cheddar cheese. It's a delicious cheddar. Wasn't there a potato famine? Was that in Ireland? Was the potato famine? Does that mean that that's all they had to eat was potatoes, or was that they didn't have potatoes?
I know it's been a while since I just want to visit Ireland because it sounds like it would be really exciting.
It's an interesting choice. I wouldn't have expected that at all.
Yeah, me neither. Given my heritage, I would expect it to be Spain, and I totally want to go to Spain and Mexico and those kinds of places. But I don't know. I've just always been drawn to Ireland. What about you?
I haven't actually thought about it, but I guess my first inclination would be something tropical. But I've heard New Zealand is really cool.
New Zealand. Wow. Yeah.
But it's weird to say. I wouldn't say that's my ultimate destination because I'm just kind of thinking about it for the first time right now.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to go to Africa for a safari.
Really? I would love to go to Africa for a safari. I think
there's too many shots involved and too much. I
don't
just
really-
feel like there's too many ways to die in Africa. It's a very dangerous area.
I feel like there are a lot of ways to die in other countries that we just don't know about.
That's a good point. The real question is, do you want to leave the United States?
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
just to learn about different places and
What countries have you been to?
not a lot. I've been to Mexico, but like across the border, because
Was it out of like California area or?
no, through Texas.
Oh, okay.
So my parents are winter Texans, at least for a month, and a couple times I got to go with them, so I went there. I've been to Canada, Vancouver, and then also somewhere in a cabin. I was younger, so I didn't really pay attention to where we were going, but it was gorgeous in Canada. Canada is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I've heard of that about Canada. I haven't. I can't think. I don't think I went. Oh, I went to Windsor. Is that Canada? I think Windsor counts. I think that. Yeah, that's Canada. I sound so dumb right now. I don't know my facts.
Me
It's
neither.
It's very late.
Well, along with travel, I mean, you have to eat, right? So, what kinds of foods? Like, do you have like a specific,
I
kind
love.
of food?
I love trying things from different countries. So, I try to do a lot of different. Anytime that I see something that's like something I haven't had.
What's the craziest thing you've had?
I don't know.
A fried grasshopper or something?
Oh, I've had bone marrow. That was
Bone
pretty
marrow.
crazy.
Interesting. How was that?
It's kind of like gelatinous,
That
fatty.
makes sense. Yeah.
Kind of how you would imagine it. It's kind of jello-y, fatty meat product stuff.
Kind of like a more solidified version of like broth, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's you kind of put it. Well, we had little toast to put it on,
Oh, interesting.
and
So it's
so
kind of like a spread.
yeah, it was interesting. I could see myself getting into it if I I could see myself like acquiring a taste for it. I didn't love it though, but
Have you ever had what is it called? Marmite? Is that? Am I saying that right?
is that like a jam?
It's like, you know how other countries,
I'm thinking of marmalade.
yeah, yeah, there's that.
Marmite?
Yeah, it's or no Vegemite. Vegemite?
Vegemite?
Yeah,
It's like a spread.
yeah. What did I just
I've heard of
say?
it.
What is Marmite?
There's something
I
that
don't
you're
think
close to.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
kind of-
Vegemite. I could be wrong, but it's like it's a spread, and you know how we use peanut butter. I want to say, is it Europe that uses Vegemite instead?
It might be or Australia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never had it though. It was just a fun thing. I've had frog legs before. I think that's the craziest thing I've ever tried.
I've had frog legs. Did you have them at a restaurant or did you
I
make them?
did. I have them at a Chinese buffet actually.
Yeah.
It was, it didn't have a lot of flavor.
I've made frog legs.
You've made them.
Yeah.
Like bought frog legs at a store and made them, or you
Brought-
caught them?
Bought them at Kroger.
Oh,
They were like, they had them just frozen.
my mom said she studied, I believe, in Spain for a little bit. And she said that they used to like catch the frogs and then make them. I don't know who they is. I don't know if she partook in that.
Yeah.
But-
I've done them a few different ways. I've done them with like breading on them and fried them up.
Really?
And then I've done them just fried up without breading. Kind of like fried chicken or something.
Yeah.
But a lot of people say they taste like chicken. I think that's pretty accurate. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
pork, a little bit of a, there's a silkiness like a fish to it almost. Mm-hmm. You can tell it's an amphibian, but I thought it was good.
Yeah.
You said yours didn't have very much flavor.
No, I was trying to remember the texture as you were talking about it, and I can't.
See, I
It's been
fried
so
them.
long.
I fried them in olive oil, some garlic, some sea salt, and pepper. Pretty awesome.
In Wisconsin, a big thing is Friday fish fries. Yeah, it's big there, like huge. Every restaurant has to do it
Every Friday.
every Friday.
Were you close to Lake Michigan?
No,
I always wanted to go across from Michigan on a boat to Milwaukee, but I haven't.
yeah, that would be fun. Be a lot
I
of
thought about it as like something that would be fun, and then I get to thinking about it more, and I think I'd get seasick. I'm not a very big fan of boats.
Really?
Yeah.
See, so I did go on a cruise once.
Really?
And yeah, and surprisingly, like I never got seasick.
They say those, if it's calm waters, at least the big cruise, they're pretty good at like being stable.
Oh yeah, it felt really stable. There was one rocky night, but I remember thinking it actually like kind of like helped me sleep. It was really beautiful. Like Alaska is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Obviously I was
Was
there
it
during
cold?
the summer. It had its cold moments. But actually it was mostly warm because it was during the summer.
Yeah.
So,
Was it any sort of time where there was like mostly light, or was it?
yeah, you mean the midnight sun? Yeah.
Yeah.
We went.
Don't they have like a month where it's just doesn't get dark?
Yep. I don't know the specifics of it anymore, but I think it's only dark for like an hour, or maybe it is a full day of sun. But bears are big in Alaska, of course.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, and you hear lots of stories about bears, and
Did you see any?
I did.
Were you in any like danger, or was it?
Probably not. I was walking on a trail with my friend, and we were walking up a mountain because we wanted to go hiking, and we see this person with like this recovering hawk on their arm, and they're coming down the mountain, and they're like, hey, just so I ran into, or I saw a bear a few miles that way, and I'm like, a few miles, we're fine, we're just gonna hike, and by the time we get there it'll probably be gone. Totally didn't care. Started walking full speed ahead. Started exploring down this like off the main path in like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a deer trail where they're like these small little paths. And I look over to my right, and there's like a bear just like hanging out over there eating berries.
Wow.
Lifts his head, and like it's not doing anything. I mean, if it wanted to, it could have killed me right there. But like, I just was like, "Hey, bear, bear!" And like
gosh.
doing all the things. I mean, your instincts kick in, and you immediately think like
So you
fight or
started-
flight.
Did you start
and
yelling at
panic.
it?
No, I wasn't really yelling. I was like doing the loud whisper, which I might as well have been just talking.
Yeah.
But like, my friend's like, "What? What?" And bear, and like he takes off running away from this bear, which you're not supposed to do
No.
at all. Like, I'm so lucky.
No, it's
But
that's crazy.
yeah. And the other bear that I saw was, I was on a tour, so like we were in a car, but like they look very cartoony when they run, but they run so fast. Like it was running across the road, and I saw it. But I mean, that one's not that
Yeah.
exciting. But
What do you think? Who would win between a gorilla and a bear?
I don't know. That's a good question.
This is a question that's floating around the internet. This is not my question.
Oh, really?
No, this is a big hot debate.
I did not know that. I mean,
We're on
is the
to
dress
hot-
blue
we're on
or
to hot
or gray?
topics.
Yeah.
Now, let's keep in mind, what do you think a bear weighs in at? A couple thousand pounds,
I mean,
probably 800?
you're talking about grizzly bear.
Sure. I mean, if we're gonna go most dangerous, maybe polar
But
bear.
I mean, like, they both climb. They both, like, could go really fast. One has bigger claws and sharp teeth, but
Think about how strong a
Yeah.
500-pound gorilla is.
exactly. So
Gorillas only eat plants. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They're vegetarian. They only eat like bamboo and grass. I don't know if they eat bamboo.
I
But
think that's
there's
a panda bear.
Yeah. But they're like pandas. They just eat like
Constantly.
vegetarian all day.
Interesting.
And
I
they're
did not know that.
huge. Most people on the internet, I think, side with the bear destroying a gorilla.
I don't know, man.
But I feel like
Plant-
it depends on setting too. It depends on where you're at.
they have, pretty good intelligence, right? I mean, like, I feel like they could strategize compared to a bear would be like
You would think
instinct.
so. But has the gorilla ever seen a bear? Does the gorilla have any idea or does the gorilla have any idea what's about to happen when they get in the fight? Like he may not have the awareness. He just may have a bear on top of him before he knows it. To be able to think. It may be more about reaction.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's both. That's just like the
Yeah.
fight or flight instinct, though.
There was a video going around where a bear hit a moose on its back and broke the moose's back. Moose are huge.
Yeah,
And
they're just,
killed it in one shot.
oh my gosh,
Bear.
a bear.
A bear. And then
Like this
I
was a
don't know.
real bear. This wasn't like a hypothetical.
No, this was a real video.
Oh,
But I don't know about any videos about gorillas like
yeah.
beating something up.
How did this question come about? I guess is my question for the question.
what is it, the Colosseum? Is that where they used to have gladiator type stuff? Used to be humans versus they paired up all those animals back in ancient Rome, I think. So I think they had the answer. It's been lost over time.
Yeah.
So what else should we talk about?
I don't know. We were having a good conversation about social media before we started that I thought was fascinating.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Social media and Facebook posting.
Posting in general. And like your favorite. What did you say your favorite one was? Facebook? Your favorite social media? outlet
I wouldn't call it my favorite, but it's the one that I use the most.
that you gravitate towards? Just because of your medium of like your creativeness, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good for musicians. Although I don't know that it seems like a lot of people are on Facebook for music. That might not be.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's more of, like a social, seeing their friends and what their friends are up to.
Or events? Like I feel like
yeah, and events.
if you want to
So that
invite
way it
people
helps.
now, it's not like e-cards or anything, or it's not email or texting. It's
Yeah.
a Facebook event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't see that on Instagram or Twitter. It's always
Yeah.
Facebook.
But I haven't tried all the social media either. Like I haven't tried Instagram yet, which you said you like.
I like Instagram. Yeah, I'm into a lot of the visual arts, and Instagram, they have like the videos where you could post your music and stuff, which I
Yeah.
think would be beneficial.
I think I should do an Instagram. But
I
I
think
have a
everybody should.
Twitter that I don't really
Yeah,
pay
that's
much
Twitter
attention
too.
to, though.
Yeah, I have a Twitter, and I've tried. I've had it probably now for at least 7 years. And I've tried multiple times to get involved with it, and I just don't. Because the only thing that I really pay attention to on Twitter is the like videos and stuff, which are just links to like Instagram and Facebook anyway. And Twitter, I mean, there are some fascinating things that people say, but I feel like on Facebook, they tend to get more in depth and more. And they usually have like some sort of visual or audio thing to go with it on Facebook. So I
Yeah.
still even like Facebook more than Twitter. But that's just me.
If it's something I think is really funny, then I'll probably try to share it.
Oh yeah, I probably that's the
mostly
thing that
what
I
I
use
do.
Facebook for is I share a lot, like
Yeah.
a lot of like animal posts and stuff like that, or like silly things like GIFs and memes. See, that's why I like Instagram, because even if it is about like self promotion and stuff like that, there tends to be a lot more, and I was saying this before, there tends to be a lot more like behind the scenes, which I really like.
People go crazy for the Snapchat filters.
That's true. And they look fun. I like filters. But yeah, they have like a
I
video
don't
one.
think. I mean, I don't want to generalize too much here, but I feel like filters are more of a female thing. I don't see a lot of guys putting filters.
Oh, I know a lot of guys who put
Really?
filters. Yeah, yeah.
It's probably just my circles then, but I always see.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah. Probably
What kind of filters do guys have on Snapchat?
anything.
Because I always see the women. I always see like the almost like the Bambi deer kind of face a lot.
I mean, there's different filters. It's not just like the doe eyes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's also
That's
like
a very popular one though.
it is. It is. I've never really done those ones, but they're fun. I still like looking at them.
Yeah. So have you seen guys that do those sort of things?
Yeah.
As I'm wondering, is
Yeah.
it like is it grizzly bear face?
I haven't seen a grizzly bear face now, but you should make one.
So, before we started the podcast, we were talking about, I don't know, the format of it. If having a co-host is the way to go, or if to feature a guest, or
I think co-host with a guest would be awesome.
yeah. Do you want to wrap it up?
I don't know how to wrap it up. You show me how it's done.
I just usually say, "Hey, let's wrap this up," but I don't know. That kind of sounds artificial. I want to be real.
Well, you can just talk about. Do you know who you're gonna have next?
No,
You said you
I'm
have
not,
one on the 20th.
I'm not certain.
Okay.
I don't really have an audience, so
What?
there's not much of an audience.
Yeah.
Some people will view it, but they'll probably just be
Yeah.
random strangers. But I would say something like, "Well, thank you very much for doing my podcast. It's been really fun, and
Yeah.
see you next time."
Yeah. Well.
Do you have like I could do like an outro, cool, written like.
You should draw. You should make some jingles for your podcast.
Catch you on the
Like-
flip side.
I don't know. I don't know. Like it's been a fun conversation that we've had.
It has been a fun conversation, and we'll see how this goes. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe
you'll-
we'll both be a little bit more awake.
Yeah, maybe
next
we'll be
time.
more awake.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a better idea of how to do things. Maybe
Good outline.
maybe this is the beginning of a co-hosting collaboration.
That would be fun. I've had fun,
All
despite
right.
being tired.
All right. Well, it's been fun. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, you gotta find a new one. I don't like that.